So this is just going to be like a shorter tutorial of Suryanamaskar A, Sun Salutation A. If you've already gone through the first class, whether that was on Zoom or um, on this channel, you kind of already had the breakdown of it, but I just want to put out a short like fundamentals video of this in case you're just stuck on one thing and you don't want to watch the whole class again. So I am just going to demonstrate it, and then we're going to break it down, and then we will kind of like count through it and do it all together. So again, this is Suryanamaskar A. It's the first part of the sequence, and it's kind of like getting our bodies moving, getting the blood flowing, getting our heartbeat up. And so yeah, so I'm just gonna demonstrate it quick, and I want you to just like listen to the breath, and then we'll break it down together. Okay. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of break it down. We're gonna start with the three first breaths. So again, right, everything is either moving on an inhale or an exhale, and kind of basic rule of thumb. Um, for the most part, if something is lifting, opening, expansive, that's gonna be an inhale breath. And then conversely, if something is like folding, going inward, contracting, it's going to be an exhale. Okay, so we begin at the top of our mats. So standing at the top of your mat, you want your feet to be touching, and then just standing straight up. So everything's kind of stacked, right? Like our hips above our ankles, our shoulders, hands at your side. You want to kind of bring your shoulders back, right? Stand up straight and proud. Hands at your side, looking towards like the tip of your nose. So the first breath is going to be an inhale. So we exhale fully first. Then we're going to inhale, raise our arms up above our heads, and then we look up at the thumbs. So that's all on one inhale breath. Then the next is going to be an exhale. We're going to hinge at the hips and bring your hands down to the ground. So doing a forward fold. Bring your hands all the way down. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do that. You want to bring your head in, and slowly you can start to stretch so your knees are or your legs are straight. Head comes in, that's all on an exhale. The next is going to be an inhale. You're going to raise your head. I come up to like my fingertips. So you want to bring your head up and have a nice flat back. If you want, you can bring like your hands to your shins. Also gives you like a nice flat back. Okay? So those are the first three breaths. Everything's moving on an inhale or an exhale. The next three breaths are kind of the hardest part of this. So let's break these down really slowly. Okay. So we inhale, exhale, fold. We inhale, come to a flat back. And so I'm going to show you how I do it, and then I'm going to show you like another way. So inhale, flat back. Exhale, I bring my hands back down flat on the ground, and then I jump, and then I hover and I come a little forward. So my elbows are like at my ribs, and I hover here. And so you have to do all of that on one exhale breath. If you don't feel comfortable jumping, you can. So we're here, inhale, flat back. Bring your hands down flat on the mat. On one exhale breath, you're gonna step, step, and you can either hover or lower all the way down and release. Again, on one exhale breath. So let's just do that. And again, I think the important parts of this are you flatten your hands on the ground, you want your elbows in, and you lower down. And again, you can either hover, or if it's more comfortable for you for now, just like lower all the way to get down to the ground and take just like a split second of a rest, okay? So if we're starting from inhale, flat back, we're gonna bring our hands down. This is all in one exhale. Step, step, lower down, okay? Then from here, whether you're hovering or you've come all the way down, see your toes are like this, you wanna bring them to where the tops of them are flat on the ground. Your hands stay in the exact same spot. And then with a really big inhale breath, because a lot of people take a very shallow breath here. So remember, big inhale. What you're going to do is just push your weight into your hands and bring your shoulders up and back and your head back. So inhale. And see right here, I came all the way down, so my thighs are on the ground. If you are hovering, your up dog is going to be, your thighs are lifted off. The only thing that's touching are your hands and your feet. Head comes back, big inhale. Then from here, watch my toes. They kind of curl around. So you kind of like go over the tops of your toes. You push into your hands and you push into your hips. You engage your core as you're doing this into down dog. So let's just do that part again, because you kind of get used to it. It's something you got to kind of just practice. So if we're in our chaturanga, inhale, head comes back, shoulders back, pushing into the hands. Hands stay in the same place, but you kind of curl over your toes, pushing into your hands and pushing your hips back. Your core is engaged. Okay, so once you get into down dog, you want your hands to be like shoulder width apart. You want to spread your fingers apart. Try and like make the most surface area on the earth. And your feet are going to be like hip width apart. You don't want them too wide or too narrow. Once you feel comfortable in your hands and your feet, I want you to think about straightening your back. So like pushing your hips back. And if you need to, if your hamstrings are tight, you can kind of pedal your feet just to get the feeling of one being straight at a time. But feel free to like bend your knees as much as you want, because you really want that lengthening in the back. And you're going to bring your chin towards your chest, looking towards the belly button. And again, once you find your comfortable position for your hands and your feet and you're pushing back, this is our rest pose. So we take 5 big inhales and exhales here, looking towards the belly button. And then after the last exhale breath, we have our last few breaths. So on the next inhale, you're going to either jump or step, bringing your feet between your hands, head up, flat back. Exhale, we're just going to fold all the way in. Inhale, we just bring our arms all the way up, stand all the way up, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. So again, those like 3 breaths in between are kind of the hardest, but once you get it, it feels really good, because you're kind of just like, I always kind of think of it as like rubber banding your body. You're just kind of pushing and pulling everything, and Even if you just do sun salutations every day, your body's gonna feel so good. I promise. So if you can just get this down. So go back and rewatch if you have any questions. But let's do it once together, counting out the full thing. So we're gonna start in Samasthiti. Inhale, arms come up, looking up with thumbs. Through way, exhale, we're gonna hinge at the hips, bring the hands down to the ground, head comes all the way in. Trini, head up, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga, Chaturanga. Hover or come all the way down. And then we're gonna inhale, big inhale, pushing into the hands, shoulders back, head back, looking at the nose. And then exhale, push into your hands, go over your toes, push into the hips, down dog. 5 breaths here. Good, and then Sapta, inhale. Feet come between the hands, head up, flat back. Ashta, folds all the way in. Nava, big inhale to stand all the way up. Hands come up. Look at the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Awesome. So if you can, try and do 4 more of those on your own. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I'd be happy to help. Otherwise, yeah, good luck.